Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the topic linear equations and inequations. Okay, already we have studied more about algebra, and you all know the basic concepts of algebra. Am I right? Okay, we know what all variables, what all coefficients, what all constants, like terms, unlike terms. Okay, all these things we have studied already in the previous exercises. Okay, and already we have done addition and subtraction on algebra, and we also last class also you have seen how to multiply when two algebraic expressions are given. So all these things you have studied already in the previous chapters. In previous exercises we all have studied. Now we'll get into the linear equations and inequations now. Okay, and we all didn't know what is equations and inequations. We must able to make out the differentiation between the equations and inequations, children. Now let me teach you what is equation and what are inequations. That is what Miss going to teach you first. Okay, now we all know what is an expression. Now algebraic expressions, what are algebraic expression, children? What are algebraic expression? Algebraic expression is, okay, when I have a expression like this, 2x plus 3y plus 5. This is an algebraic expression. That means here I am dealing with variables, two different types of variables with the constant, and I am combining all these three terms by my operation plus, or I can combine these expressions using minus also, or I can combine these expressions using multiplication sign also. Okay, and I can combine this variables using division also. Okay, any operation, my addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, all these things I can combine and I can make an algebraic expression. What is the difference between a normal what is the difference between a normal addition, subtraction, making out on numbers and using expression? Okay, this is what in algebra, this is the main thing that you have to learn. Already we have studied addition, subtraction, multiplication, division in our lower classes, but there we have done all those things only with the numerals. Only with the numerals we have done everything. Now we are going to do with the variables. That's the only difference that we have to learn from this algebra. So very basic concept of algebra is I have to make out the difference between the numbers and the variables. Here only my variables are starting. Only in this class only we will be starting. In previous 6th standard also you would have studied about algebra, but very basic things you would have studied. Now again we are continuing with algebra, and more we will learn in your higher classes about algebra. But here the main thing in 7th standard, in main thing what you must know is when an expression is given, how I have to make out that expression, and how I have to add two expressions given to me, how I have to subtract when two expressions are given to me, how I'm going to multiply, how I'm going to divide. All these things only you have to learn properly, children. Okay, so this is what algebraic expression. Now coming to equation. What is an equation, children? So there won't be much difference between an expression and an equation. When I have written this 2x plus 3y plus 5, that is what I have written. Only I have combined my variables and my constant using my addition sign. That is all. Okay, this is what an expression. If I am coming to equation, what I will do is the same expression. Let me take 2x plus 3y plus 5 and I will equate this to 0. Or I can equate this same expression to something else also. For example, 2x plus 3y plus 5, which is equal to 2x plus 6y plus 8. So these are the equations. Whenever I am introducing this equal to sign, okay, here I am introducing what, children? Here I am introducing equal to sign and I am combining two different expressions with the equal to sign, then I can say this is an equation. So this is the major difference between expression and an equation. So expression and equation are not same. Expression is just the expression. Only I will take different variables and numerals and I will combine those things using my addition sign. That is algebraic expression. When I am equating one expression to another expression or I am equating one expression to 0, then those things are considered to be equation. So here in this chapter, today I am going to teach you a chapter. In that chapter, we are going to deal only with equations. Expressions are the very basic thing that you would have studied in your algebra, and you know how to create an expression, and you know so many things we would have studied in expression like coefficients, like constants, like how to create an expression, then how to add, everything we would have studied in expression. Now coming to equation, I have an expression. Now I know how to create an expression. When an expression is given to me, I know how to deal with it now going to the next level, when an expression is equating to another expression, then there I can get an equation. In that equation, how I am going to deal with those equations. Okay, that is what we are going to study in this chapter. Mainly we are going to deal with linear equations. So equation is right. I gave you a vast explanation for the equation. Now what I am going to do with linear equation. So what I am going to do with this linear equation, children? Linear equation is, I'll tell you, all of you listen. I have different types of equations, linear equation and I have quadratic equation. So we are not going into quadratic equation now. We are going to deal only with linear equation where you have a variable, no? For example, I am taking this equation equal to 0. This is a linear equation. How I am saying this is a linear equation is, here I have got only one variable which is x. Okay, and to the most power of this equation is only 1. The power of this particular variable is 1, and more than that I have no other powers. So this is the last one. Okay, so like this type of equations if I get, then that is considered to be linear equation. I'll tell you this with the definition. Okay children, I'm going to read a definition. You all open your book and just you continue along with me. Okay, linear equation in one variable. Okay, that is what I'm going to tell you now. If the number of variables used is 1, then the equation is in one variable, and if the variable say x appears in the first degree only, that is x, but not x power 2, x power 3, etc., then the equation is a linear equation in x. That is, the degree of the equation is 1. And one thing I have to tell you, remind you children, and we all have studied what is degree of the equation. The highest power is going to be the degree of a particular expression given to you. For example, if I take x cube plus x square plus x plus 5. If the expression is given to you, what will be the degree of it? What will be the degree of this particular expression, children? The degree is going to be 3. because the other name for the degree is the highest power. Okay, the highest power of a particular expression is considered to be the degree of the particular expression. So here I have taken this equation, I mean this expression. In this, the power starts from 3, 2 and it goes on in decreasing, and here if I see, the highest power is going to be 3. So the degree, obviously the degree of this particular expression is going to be 3. Okay, this is what degree. So now again you go back to the definition, and if you read it again, then you will understand. If the number of variables, first thing is the number of variables used in a particular expression to be 1, then the equation I can say it is in one variable. Okay, and if the variable say it's x, now it appears in the first degree only. It has to be in the first degree only. I have to say the degree of the equation must be 1. That means the highest power is going to be 1 only. I cannot take x power 2, x power 3. Then those equations are not linear equations. I hope you understand, children. Are you all listening to me? Are you all listening to the video? Okay, just listen carefully. This part is very important. If I say x plus 5 equal to 0 now, then that only it's a linear equation. I cannot say x square plus x plus 5 is going to be a linear equation. It's not a linear equation. I'll differentiate and I'll show you, children. Listen to me carefully. If I'm going to take linear equation, then my equation must be like this. X plus 5 equal to 7. If I take x square plus x plus 7 equal to 0, now this is not the linear equation. Now again, x power 3 plus x square plus 8 equal to 5, then this is also not a linear equation. This alone is my linear equation because the degree of the equation must be 1. Here if I see, the degree is going to be 1. In this expression, in this equation, if I see, the degree is going to be 2. In this equation, the degree is going to be 3. So these two equations are not linear equations, and my first equation is going to be my linear equation because its degree is 1 and I am using only one variable in the particular equation. Okay, do you all understand, children, what I am trying to say? So in this chapter, one thing you have to understand very well, otherwise it will be very difficult to cope up with this exercise, children. Here we are dealing only with equations. Here I am not going to deal with an expression, or I am not going to add or subtract anything. Okay, it's all over. You all have studied all those things. Now we are getting into a simplification of linear equations. Now Miss gave you a vast explanation for the linear equations. I have given you already. Okay, now again I'll just recall it. I have to take a particular equation and it must have only one variable with power 1. Okay, that means the degree of that particular equation must be only 1. Then I can say the given equation is considered to be a linear equation. Otherwise, I cannot take the other equations to be linear equation because we have so many equations. So for the upcoming years, you will be studying all the types of equation. Now in this class, we are going to deal only with linear equation. Not only we are going to identify the equation here, now we are going to learn how to solve and get the value of that unknown variable. That is what we are going to see in this chapter, children. Okay, we are going to solve. Okay, we are going to solve the particular equation given to us, and we are going to get the value of the unknown variable for it. Okay, unknown variables are nothing but your x. If I take y, it's y. Y is my unknown variable. Okay, if I take x, it is an unknown variable. Okay, now we are going to solve it and get the value for it. That is what we are going to do in this exercise. Is that all clear for you? Okay, shall we all get into the exercise now? Miss will do few problems in the exercises so that you can understand. Okay, you can understand better, and you have to know Very newly you are going to learn this, how to solve and get the value for x. So please all must listen to this video. Why I am putting up this video is for you to understand more better. Okay, in next class, in next online class, we are going to see only this linear equations only. Okay, so better before itself you look into this video and you have a idea about it, so that will be easy for us to discuss in the class. Okay, shall we all get into the exercise, children? Now your exercise 3a we are going to do. Okay, now first question number is solve the following equations and represent the solution. Okay, children, now I am going to teach you how I am going to solve this particular equation. So for first subdivision, it's given x plus 16 equal to 20. So as I told you already, I'll read out the question again. Solve the following equations and represent the solution. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you how to solve this equation and how I'm going to get the value for this unknown variable. So in this question, which is the unknown variable? X is my unknown variable. So here the question is x plus 16 equal to 20. Here I am going to get the value only for my x, because x only is unknown. Now this is 16. 16 is 16. I know that because it's a constant. 20 is 20. I know it because it's a constant. But x is the variable which is the unknown variable where I need to get the value for it. So what I'll do is, let me keep my x over here. Okay, because I'm going to find only the value for x. So let me keep my x here and I will put the equal to sign. Then whatever I have over here, I have 20. After my equal to sign, whatever number I have, let me write it as it is. Okay, now I'm going to bring down this 16 to this side. That means in between I have equal to sign. This is the LHS side and that is the RHS side, which is left hand side and right hand side. Okay, equal to sign can be divided in when I put a equal to sign in between two expressions, then it will say this side is going to be LHS and that side is going to be RHS. Okay, now I am going to keep only my x over here. I am going to keep my x over here and let me write my RHS part as it is. The only differentiate what I am going to do here is, what change I am going to do in this equation is, I am going to take this 16 and I am going to bring it to the other side of my equation. So that only I can get the value of x. Hope you understood. So here, simply I cannot bring, children. When I am going to take one number from one side of the equation to the other side, now some changes has to be done over there. What is it? That is what I am going to tell in this video. Plus 16, if it's there, if it goes to the other side of the equation, it will become minus 16. You understood? So now it's very simple. Now x is going to be as it is, 20 minus 6. This is minus. Because I have plus here, when it goes to other side, it will become minus. So 20 minus 16 is going to be 4. So the value of my x is going to be 4. If you want to check, you can check it out, children. In place of x, in the equation, write the equation again. Just see, actually no need to do this. But if you have any doubt whether my x is right or what, if you want to check, you can check it like this. That is what I am going to teach you now. X plus 16 equal to 20 is the equation. No? Now I have found the value for my x, which is 4. Okay, let me substitute in that. Plus 16 equal to 20. 4 plus 16 is going to be 20. So both sides are equal. My LHS and RHS is going to be same over here. That means whatever I have found the value for my x is correct. So you can yourself, you can check your answer in this solving part. Very simple. Once if you understand the concept, okay, you have to see this video from the beginning till the end, then you will understand better. Okay children, thank you for giving up your time in watching this video children, because it is very important. Miss going to teach you this again in the online class. Okay, live classes again I will teach this, so better you all must watch this video. I will ask you in the live classes, I will ask you certain questions from this video also, so better all must watch this video. Is that clear children? Okay, I have given you the introduction for linear equation, and I taught you what is linear equation, what is algebraic expression, and how to solve and get the value of the unknown variable also I taught. Only one sum only we have done, but still I hope you would have understand this better. In online through live classes, we will see more problems. Okay children, bye, take care.